Hello. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for giving me some of your time. I appreciate it. Today I'm going to talk about a somewhat complicated topic, and it really stems from a recent paper from the Russell Sage Foundation Journal of the Social Sciences, which is a department at USC. And the name of the paper, which is a lengthy name, is Misalignment of Housing Growth and Population Trends, Cohort Sizes and Lagging Measurements Through Recession and Recovery. And it's a lengthy academic paper, and I'm just going to highlight a couple of the key points, which, by the way, I was first alerted to by a HousingWire article titled, totally different title, Natural Disasters Like the LA Fires Will Deepen the U.S. Housing Crisis. So Neil Pierson piggybacked onto the USC report to add his take on the fires, how the fires are impacting reduced inventory. But here's the keys from the paper. And you know what I'll do? I'll quickly show you the two papers. So the one on the left is the HousingWire one, and the one on the right is the one from the Russell Sage Foundation Journal of Sciences, and it's a very lengthy. You can click through and get a PDF. I put links to both of these papers in my notes below, but here's the key points from the USC paper, and both from the HousingWire. I kind of mix them together, and the USC. First, depending on who you follow or what you believe, there's up to as many as 7 million. There's up to 7 million housing units shortfall in the United States. Now, I've heard that number be 2.5 million, so somewhere between 2.5 million to 7 million, whatever the number is. And the reasons that this paper says that we have these problems is, one, we had a little bit too much overcorrection after the Great Recession. And part of that is we tightened lending standards way too tight. And in the paper, they talk about how the lending standards now are severely tighter than in the period of 2013 to 2018, I think. As a comparison point, we're very tight on lending standards right now, and the environment has led to reduced construction activity, which we know. And part of that reason is because we've drastically underestimated the demand from millennials. And then the other thing we did, the other key point is we misaligned the measurements for household formation, in that we guessed at household formation, but in our guesses created restriction because we didn't build enough houses, meaning there would have been more demand if we had more houses. So that's what they mean by misaligned. And then finally, then you throw on all these natural disasters that we're experiencing right now through hurricanes and fires, windstorms and floods. We're losing tens of thousands of housing units in a time when we already have a shortage. So you can check out the paper. Now, the thing I would say is, as mortgage and real estate professionals, we have a strong voice. We have a big voice in our communities. We need to advocate for reduced barriers to affordable housing, even if that means we need to get elected to our local city councils or townships or boards. We need to get a voice and start to bring reason to trying to solve this housing shortage, and this lack of new construction on the affordable end. Which we could talk about for hours why that is, and I'm sure we mostly agree. But regardless of this, so become an advocate for trying to get, sane type of regulations, sane type of permitting, sane type of taxations that allow us to build affordable housing. And in the meantime, control what you can control, serve all the home buyers and homeowners that you can, be their trusted advisor during these pretty dynamic times. But hopefully you got something out of this. You can check out, honestly, the paper goes through a whole lot. I summarized it pretty quickly into just, the policy missteps, which were the overcorrection after the Great Recession, too tight of lending standards, misaligned, forecasted needs, not understanding what millennial demand would be or what household formations could be if we had unconstrained supply. So those are the things. Check out both the HousingWire and check out the USC paper. As always, I did a hopefully good tight summary of both papers on LinkedIn this morning. Check out my LinkedIn. I definitely have links to both papers on my LinkedIn account. I'll put the links down below. With that, I appreciate you giving me a few minutes of your time. I appreciate it. I look forward to talking to you again soon. Thanks. Bye.